Adding and subtracting fractions with different denominators is a very important topic to understand, to keep progressing successfully in other math classes. The best way I've seen to help students really understand what's going on is to let them, before they try to change denominators around and just use multiplication, just numbers to try to solve the problem, let them draw a pie chart to see what actually is going on and why we do need to change the denominator. So for 2/3, we're going to have them draw a pie chart that has 3 parts of it. 2/3 is actually saying that we have 2 parts of 3. So we have, and when I say 2 parts of 3, I mean that we're talking about a whole here. So it's going to be in thirds. So we have 2 of the 3 shaded in, meaning that's what we have from that fraction. From the 3/4, he's going to draw a whole that's cut into 4s, and then we have 3 parts shaded in. You could also, if you wanted, get out some arts and crafts and make these different shapes. So make the thirds and then make the fourths, and just ask him if he thinks that trying to add a piece like this, where it's a fourth, to a piece that looks more like a third, if he thinks they're going to be equal. If he doesn't know yet that they're not equal, just work with him more. Try to lay the pieces over each other so he knows that they are not the same size, until he gets to that point where he knows that 1/4 and 1/3 are not the same size. So we can't add those fractions together yet. Once we do reach that point, though, then that's going to be like the aha moment that, yeah, we do need to change the denominator so we will have equal sized parts to add or subtract together. To do this now, without having to draw out the pie charts every time, you can take the denominators and just find the least common multiple. So take 3 and just go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Just have him list out some multiples. Do the same thing for 4, 4, 8, 12, 16. And he's going to see at some point that 12 is what they have in common. So the denominator that we can make both of them will be 12. Then to help with the next part, we can go to a new board. We're going to have him ask the question to himself, what do we need to multiply by 3 to get to 12? And then he needs to understand, just by practice, not by drilling it in, just practicing, whatever we multiply by the top, we're going to multiply by the bottom and vice versa. So if we multiply a 4 by the bottom to get to a 12 as our denominator, because we want the same size parts to add together, we're going to multiply a 4 by the top. And this will be our new fraction that we're going to use. And then ask him to do the same thing over here. What do we have to multiply by 4 to get to 12? And then It may take some time, just be patient. It'll be 3. Whatever we multiply by the top or the bottom, we're going to multiply by the bottom or the top, and vice versa. It's going to be 9. And then you could then cut a circle into 12s, have him look at the parts. So if you have 8 parts of 12 and then you also have 2 parts of 3, you can let him see that those actually those are equal amounts. We're just cutting them in smaller pieces, so then we can add them to 3/4, but we separated into 9/12 now. So however the problem needs to go, we can do addition or subtraction with 8/12 and 9/12. It's more the visual part than just being patient, and more practice, and it'll be a breeze through that.